Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. I know it's been a while, but yeah, I've got a lot of updating today. Today is just going to be like a little story time, a little run through of the last month or so, because yeah, quite a lot has gone on. So, as you saw in the last video, I was at the Caribbean and Pan American Championships, and yeah, let's start with the Caribbean Championships. So, like I said, I was pretty confident. I really wanted to win. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, so went into the race. It ended up being delayed because the storm was on the main circuit, or a storm had been on the main circuit. There were trees and stuff, so they moved it to this other circuit, which was more hilly. The original one was pan flat. This one was a little bit more hilly, not properly hilly, just like rolling. It had like, it was on a motorway, up and down some motorway hills. So it was nice. I like that a lot more because you can sort of do more with it, I guess. So that was the interesting race. Long story short, a break went. I bridged across to the break. And then another break of I think 4 went, and then that was teams were represented. I got screwed over by team numbers, so I had to bring that back like almost on my own. And eventually, in the sprint, I caught all but one of them, and then one other guy came around me because I had to start sprinting from like 400 meters. So I got third overall in the race, but I was the first under 23. So yeah, I was the under 23 Caribbean champion, which is, yeah, pretty awesome. Although I did kind of want to win anyway, even though it didn't really make much of a difference. You know, that's just bike racing. Always wanting to win as much as possible. But yeah, I can't really be too disappointed. I was pretty happy with that, and you know, pretty happy with how I rode. So yeah, that gave me confidence going into the Saturday, which was the under 23 Pan American Championships road race. So the first one was the Caribbean Championships, and this is Pan America, which includes literally the entire North, South America, all of it. Although America didn't actually send anyone, I don't think, nor did Canada. So yeah, that was the Continental Championship. So literally like a lot of UCI points on the line, 125 versus 40 for the other one. Yeah, super confident. This was on the original course, pan flat. It was really hot, so you know, I just focused on eating, drinking, and you know, just making sure I'm okay. Especially, it was like a hot dog course. It was just up and down the road, U-turn, come back, and the further back you are for those U-turns, you know, the spring effect. Being further back kind of sucked, so I was just trying to focus on position throughout the race, and I kept it pretty well. Coming to the final, so the Colombians had controlled the race the entire day, and then towards the end they had a lead-out train, 500 meters to go. I was on the Colombian sprinter's wheel. I was like, boys, this is the one, like podium guaranteed, win, I should hope so. Anyway, confident as I was, it doesn't matter, because another guy, I think he was from Brazil, he sort of ended up like catching bars with someone to the further left and swiping across into the Colombian sprinter. They came down together and I was just nowhere to go. And if you listen to after, you can hear me shouting because I was in pure rage, and to be honest, I'm still salty now, so I'm just going to move on because I don't like remembering that. So after the crash, you know, I had a little bit of road rash on my knee. It's fine, like the injury was nothing. My front wheel was, I lost a spoke, and the front disc rotor was bent, but apart from that, it was all fine. I had some bar tape. So yeah, I was fine physically, but emotionally I was really upset. That was like my best chance at winning like a big UCI race, and yeah, I was sad. So yeah, 2 days later I flew from Dominican Republic, and I was going to Girona for a week, just to ride with some teammates and stuff before going to some races, some big boy races in Belgium. So the flight to Spain sucked. The initial flight was meant to be at something like 2 AM from the Caribbean, and long story short, with the time changes, I'd get to Girona at about 4 PM, same day. No big deal, long flight, but you know, it was a dual flight, stops in Madrid. No big deal. it was delayed to leave the Caribbean, I think at 9 or 10 a.m. instead, which meant I got into Madrid at like 10 a.m. so I missed the transfer, had to stay in a hotel in Madrid, then the next morning then go over, and it was like 36 hours of travel, which just sucked. A little new room tour. This is the one. Yeah, a nice little welcome. So here's the bathroom. A nice bathroom, if I do say so myself. Towels everywhere. Nice, hello. Nice bathroom. And then, you know, come to the room, we've got a TV, not that I'm gonna use it. Nice double bed, little desk, a couple of those waters. Just some nice place for art. No evening flights after 8 p.m. so had to do it the next morning, but luckily Iberia, they ain't so bad. They sorted us out with a cool little hotel room. Obviously it's a massive pain to get in here, but at least I don't have to sleep in the airport, which is what I thought I might have to do. So yeah, so I have to go down for breakfast. It's 7 a.m. now, and then I'll get the last leg, which is a flight from Madrid, which is where I am now, to Barcelona, and then a cab to Girona. And yeah, I feel like I haven't made that clear at all in the video, but yeah, that's where I'm going. I just need to have breakfast in less than half an hour, then come back up, get the bike box and take it back down. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. By the time I got there, you know, I did one ride with my new teammate Joe, and I was absolutely done after that. I think it was just, you know, obviously all the travel, but then the jet lag hit me. So I've never ever in my whole life had jet lag that bad, but honestly, maybe I was fighting off some kind of illness or something, but honestly I felt so bad for the whole time I was there. Not to mention that my headset bearings, they exploded because I haven't changed them in too long, so I had to rent a bike in the end. So overall my time in Girona wasn't too good. You know, nice place, but between the jet lag and having to use different bikes than I'm not used to, it was not too great. This is actually my second ride. I got in yesterday, built on my bike and went for a ride pretty much straight away with my new teammate Joe. It was a nice couple hours, a bit of zone 3, so that was all good. I was exhausted yesterday. I slept like an absolute dead dog, and I'm feeling pretty ropey today, but I've got out, I've got 2 hours, I've done my sprints, had a sprint session, 10 sprints, that was alright. I did half of them up a massive mountain, so that wasn't a good idea, but you know, variation, so that's all good. Some high cadence, some low cadence, and yeah, it's all Gucci. Just got to the top of this second hill of the route, and we're just going to cruise back home to where I'm staying. Shout out to Ross for helping me out with that, because yeah, saved my bacon. Anyway, so after that, flew from Girona or Barcelona to Brussels airport, which is where we're doing 2 races, a 1.1 and a 1 Pro race, which I think as far as 1.1 and 1 Pro races go are quite difficult. At least the 1.1 was compared to its category. So we're doing Druiv and Coa's over ice. I think I've got the pronunciation right after about 2 months of seeing it. Yeah, so it had a pretty stacked field. The Koenig Quickstep sent like a lot of hitters, namely Remco, Evenepoel and Julian Alaphilippe. Mainly because this circuit was a similar, or a lot of the circuit was also going to be used in World Champs, so that's why a lot of guys just wanted to come and wreck it in a race. Long story short, I was okay until Julian Alaphilippe and Remco hit it up the second lap on the climbing circuit, and at that point it was yeah, that was I was out of position, to be honest. At that point I was already towards the back, which just wasn't great, and when you're that far back it almost doesn't matter how much you've got left, because yeah, you're not gonna get your way back forward again. And then yeah, so ended up trying to fight for a while, and long story short, it didn't finish, although a lot of guys didn't finish, so I hold some solace in that. And you know, it was my first race of that caliber, so just getting used to a lot of things, first race on that bike as well. So yeah, I would say given the whole preparation, I can't complain, I can't be too harsh on myself. You know, especially after the whole, I don't know, I don't want to like give too many excuses, but yeah, it wasn't the best preparation. And then 2 days later was Brussels Cycling Classic, which was yeah, similar field, probably maybe a bit harder, maybe easier, depending on who you're asking. I had more World Tour teams. This time I decided I was going to have my goal of getting in the break. I was going to be really aggressive at the start, and try and get in the break of the day. You know, it's a really cool experience, TV time and all that sort of stuff.
Going through Tervuren and then on our way for the start.
Hey there, demons. It's me, your boy.
With the first attacks coming from the...
Yeah, I got in one move, which I thought, I was like, oh my god, this is the one. We've made it after doing like a ridiculous effort to get there. And then it got brought back. And I was like, oh no, I've gone a bit too deep here. And, you know, I filtered back through the bunch. And then by the time it was my turn to go in a move again, I was too far back. So, yeah, the break went, we didn't get in the break. And then came into a well-known climb called the Muur, which was pretty savage. Again, I was in bad position before that. I was in a really good position coming up to it, and then I just, yeah, I made a mistake. Ended up being not so good position, in not so good a position, and yeah, I really struggled over the Muur. And then the Bosberg, which is the next cobble climb. I don't really know these climbs. I didn't know these climbs before, but apparently they're both. Well, the Muur is very famous, and the Bosberg is also well known. So yeah, the Bosberg. Yeah, that was the final nail in the coffin for me. I spent probably about half an hour in the convoy trying to get back, but yeah, it was that was the end for me. But again, another really awesome experience, and yeah, it's just so cool to be. It's so cool to be racing at that level. You know, that's like the top level. There are no more. Well, you know, a little bit, but there are no more levels really above that. You know, you race in 4th cat, you get good, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm good. And then you go to 3rd cat and you get slammed back down, you get good again, then you get slammed back down into the 2nd cat, you get good, you get slammed back down into E1-2, or you think, oh you're good at E1-2, then you get to National Series, you get slammed back down. And it's like, okay, this is the top level, there is no get good and you get slammed back down. It's like, if you get good at this, then you're like really good, you know? So just to have that as like, okay, this is the level, this is the top level, I can start to see where I might be able to progress and get better. It's really exciting, and just, you know, thinking about how I can improve and where I can improve. I find that so exciting, and it is just so cool to racing that level of race, and yeah, I just can't wait to do more like it. Anyway, after that race, quick flight home, and yeah, a couple of days later, I got ill, which sucks. It really sucks so bad. It wasn't corona. I've had multiple COVID tests, all negative, so that's good. But I'm still ill, so it doesn't make a massive difference. Well, I'm not ill anymore, but I've been ill. I had been ill for probably 5 days. So I missed out on the Flanders Tomorrow Tour, which is a under 23 stage race in Belgium, which is very frustrating. I'm better now. I'm just sort of getting back into my training. Just 2 hours sort of easy today. And my next race is World Championships with Grenada, or for Grenada, which I'm really excited with. Like I said, it's the same or partially the same courses that I already race on, so that's useful. I'm just gonna, you know, after being ill and off the bike for a week, I've got 2 weeks to prepare. I'm not going to expect too much, because I think, you know, especially it being still my first under 23, proper big under 23 race, you know, world champs, baptism of fire. Yeah, I'm not going to expect too much. I just want to enjoy it. I think that's probably the best way to approach it. There's so many unknowns. Yeah, so I just want to enjoy it. I think it'll be a really cool race, and yeah, see what happens. So that'll be fun. Next race, World Champs, and then I might be doing, I'm not entirely sure, there is one more race that the team does in the year after that, and I'll either do that or I'll not do that, and then World Champs will be the end of my season. But yeah, overall, pretty happy. It's September and the sun's still out. Is it global warming? Let's not think about that. Yeah, anyway, I thought that brings everything up to date. Thanks for listening to the whole video, and thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. See you later.